안녕하세요. 건강한 무료채굴 사랑 한빠입니다. 코어다오의 보안 감사를 맡았던 글로벌 보안업계 할본하고 코어다오의 조직원 또는 초기 참여자로 판단되고 있는 브렌든세도의 인터뷰 내용을 전달드립니다. 인터뷰를 듣기 위해서 새벽 3시에 일어났는데요. 여러분의 시간을 최대한 아껴드리고 싶기에 번역을 하고자 했는데 마음만 앞선 이제 제 능력으로는 거의 불가능한 수준이더라고요. 자막도 만들어보고 여러 가지 시도도 했지만 이건 뭐 그냥 생으로 보시는 게 내용 전달에 더 낫겠다 싶기에 과감하게 자동 번역본으로 올렸습니다. 번역기 4개 중에 그나마 이해하기 편한 것으로 골랐어요. 그래도 이게 외국어다 보니까 또 귀로 듣는 맛이 있잖아요. 중간중간 한파 트랜스가 작동하니까요. 양해 부탁드리고 내용 중 가장 인상 깊었던 부분은 이 블록체인은 수십 년 동안 계속될 것이고 아직 초기 단계라는 말이었어요. 맞아요. 아직 초기 단계잖아요. 저에겐 이 코어가 무료 채굴이 오락거릴 수 있겠지만 그들에겐 이제 존망이 걸린 만큼 메인넷 출시 도대체 언제 되냐 불만을 표현했던 저도 많이 미안한 감정이 들었습니다. 인터뷰를 들으면서 브렌든세도의 확신과 코어에 대한 제 기대감이 더 커지게 되는 것 같습니다. 바쁘신데 빨리 소개드리겠습니다.
Hey Dave, can you hear me?
Hey, how are you? Yes, I can.
Twitter Spaces noob. Just had to jump on my phone, but we're all set. Thanks for the patience there.
Of course. All right, thanks for joining us. And welcome everybody to another edition of halborn Office Hours. We're joined today by Brendon from CoreDAO. What we're going to do is we're going to open up questions at the end, but given the amount of people on, I think it'll be best to facilitate those questions via comments to the space. So, feel free at any time to start putting your comments in, and we'll collate them on our side and ask Brendon at the end. But Brendon, thanks for joining us. Why don't we kick things off and just give us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Sure. So first of all, thank you for the invite and for holding these AMAs. So we're pumped to be a part of it. It's also been great just to work with you guys over the past few months, and then continuous efforts on new stuff that we're launching. So thank you, halborn and Dave. So yeah, a bit about me. I won't go into crazy amounts of detail, but I've been in tech for over 10 years. Building mobile products as well as fintech products for thousands of businesses, and I've been in crypto for quite some time. I'm just one of many contributors that is working tirelessly to make Core the next big blockchain.
That's fantastic. So let's dive into it. What is Core? And just tell us about the team that's building it, and just give us about your mission.
Sure. So let's start with the team. We're a very decentralized and spread out team, so we literally have people all over the world working on this, on the tech side, community side, product management, partnerships, etc. So really distributed, awesome team with a ton of tech experience. So jumping to Core itself, we actually made a fun tweet about this, I think yesterday. It's one of the myths about Core it's a really interesting story how it came to be. So basically, Core is the genesis of an idea, or actually a debate, I should say, between two good friends. So, a couple of years ago, they were having an argument, one of which was, at the time, an Ethereum maxi, the other a Bitcoin maxi, and they were talking about kind of Ethereum's move to delegated proof of stake. Long story short, they decided to, create a blockchain that took the best aspects of both. So, on the Ethereum side, arguing for the composability, the fact that you can build on top of it, you can really scale things out and build an ecosystem. And then on the Bitcoin side, really taking the decentralization and security that comes from those miners and the proof of work aspect. So Core is really meant to be a combination of both, again, taking the best aspects to create a blockchain that really doesn't compromise on decentralization, security, or scalability.
That's very interesting. I like to dive a little bit more into how it works. So can you tell us about the Satoshi Plus consensus and how it differs from other forms of consensus?
Yeah, definitely. So that's really the big novel innovation when it comes to Core and how we took in those aspects from Bitcoin and ETH. So it's important to say, first of all, that the chain is EVM compatible. So from smart contracts to existing dApps on other EVM chains, they can come build on Core quite easily. So we get all the benefits of the composability, scalability of an EVM chain. But the consensus mechanism, as you mentioned, Satoshi Plus, that's very interesting in that it takes into account both delegated proof of stake as well as proof of work. So how does that work? Basically, the validators on the core network can take in Bitcoin mining hash from mining pools, and users that hold core can also delegate their stake and do staking with the validators as well. And they are scored on a combination score that takes into account both of those. It's actually heavier weighted at the moment to Bitcoin mining hash, but the DAO can change that over time. But generally, validators take in both of those inputs to create a really decentralized consensus and scoring mechanism that we use to pay out rewards and confirm the network.
That's cool. That is definitely a differentiator. Can you what are some of the other things that from the chain perspective, that Core offers that you feel that other chains are missing?
Yeah, so I think that's really the key piece is, we wanted to build a blockchain that didn't compromise on one of those three pillars, which is commonly known as the blockchain trilemma. So again, trade-offs between decentralization, security, and scalability. So that's really the key piece. The other that I have to mention, I think you alluded to it a bit on the call, is that we've got this massive and awesome engaged community. A lot of which are on the call. So shout out to everyone who's part of the core community. I think we've uniquely found a way to build up community pre-launch and really have some great spirit and values in that community that we think's really going to help us grow over the coming years.
So you mentioned community, and I have to say you definitely have one of the more active and vocal communities that I've seen in the space, which is great. How important to the DAO and to your mission is the underlying community?
Yeah, huge. And it's funny because I'm sure I think they were tweeting a lot, right, on the audits. There's definitely some hey, where are the audits? When's mainnet coming? So that's pretty funny. I'm sure you guys noticed that.
Not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, there was probably a lot of action there. But so in terms of importance of community, I think that's obviously the technology really matters in all any technology project, even outside of blockchain. But I think for chains themselves, obviously the technology is important, but the community is as well. And I think the strength and belief in unity in the community can really help projects stand the test of time. So we're really excited about the passion in our community. Obviously the size really helps, but it's also really early. We have ambitions to grow a lot larger than this. I think it's just a really good start with mainnet coming soon. So again, that's just really early innings when it comes to technology and blockchain itself. So we think it's a big piece to our success over the coming decades.
So I am want to touch on the product roadmap, but I am curious, how are you able to onboard millions of users into the community? Again, like I said, we've definitely seen some passion, for other projects, but what we've seen in CoreDAO is really outstanding.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I would second that. We're monitoring the Discord constantly, getting people involved. So it's just really fun. So how did we do that? We took this unique approach by partnering with another product called the Satoshi app. And so this is a separate company, again, called Satoshi app. It was almost like this mysterious app that you can download on your phone. It's Android only. And I think it's been downloaded something like 55 million times or so. And with this app, we basically, there's a price checking mechanism and a few other interesting things that users can do to get up to speed in crypto and learn. And as they use that app, for example, as they check prices, as they do other things in the Satoshi app, they're actually accruing rewards for the imminent core mainnet drop. So that's basically how we built up this base within core, through that partnership with the awesome app, Satoshi app.
I want to kind of pivot and talk about one of my favorite subjects is security. So I'd love to hear from you. How are you approaching security?
Yeah, so I'll talk at a high level, but first of all, that's why we are working with halborn. You guys have an incredible reputation. One of the top tier vendors by far in the space, and we take security very seriously. Obviously, anything in blockchain and crypto, we really want to. There's the common thing, measure 3 times, cut once, because if you kind of mess up, it could be the end of your product in general. And considering we've invested years into this project, it's something we definitely don't want to shortcut. So we really want to do things right. We take security really seriously, hence why we're working with you guys. And obviously, there's been some delays in getting the product out, but that's just because we don't want to take any shortcuts, and we're kind of playing the long game here. So we see Core as a project that's going to survive for decades. So doing things right is one of our values, and we're just taking security very seriously.
Yeah, well, again, we love working on interesting projects, so obviously we definitely appreciate you reaching out to us and us being able to help.
Yeah, of course, and I think continued work, right? I think we're there's separate things that we're working on, right? That's constantly being audited, so it never really stops, right? It's going to be continued work together.
Yep. And just a reminder to everybody listening, if you have any comments any questions, please post them in the comments, and we'll address them at the end. But now let's touch on. So you launched testnet. Congratulations. Can you give us a little bit more about the launch, and then also what we can expect on the mainnet launch?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been in testnet over 6 months. Some of the transaction volumes there have been great. We've had partners on the NFT side and DEXs as well, playing around with test core and getting a lot of usage. So the community is really excited and has been really patient for mainnet. And everything seems to be working great. So I'd say we're in the absolute final stages. It's very close. I can't quite give a definitive date just yet, but all I can say is that we're very, very close, and mainnet is imminent. So stay tuned on that. That's going to be really exciting, and we kind of consider that day one of the core blockchain. Then the real work starts in terms of getting great projects on board and having teaching the community to actually use some of these great utilities that we'll have on mainnet. So I know it's a bit mysterious, but coming very, very soon. You can expect to hear from us very shortly on that.
Anything you want to share? Are we talking days, weeks, months?
All I could say is it's very soon, very soon. Like very, very soon.
Got it. Okay, perfect. So give us now touching back on, roadmap. So what's on the horizon for Core? What new projects, should the community be on the lookout for?
Yeah, for sure. So we're again trying to take a long-term view on things. So a lot of this gearing up for the initial mainnet launch was getting some of the key what we call key pillars in place. Sorry. So those are things like key infrastructure that builders can come in on in the future and build on and have like a quick building experience. So what I mean by that is, we've got a bridge partner in place. We have got an Oracle. We've got some table stakes DeFi products such as DEXs, lend borrow products coming soon. So the focus has really been on that to kind of build the key infrastructure that can be built on top of as we scale. And then after that, we're really excited. We're obviously really excited about DeFi. We have customers all over the world that could really benefit from a lot of these DeFi utilities. So we're really excited about that, and that's definitely going to be a big push for us because it's going to have a lot of impact on quite a few of our customers in the community. And then otherwise, we're really excited about gaming. We think that probably like many chains, the gaming's ripe is ripe opportunity. And similar to mobile, that was really the thing that brought a lot of people to mobile and built a lot of engagement. So we're excited there. And then we're long term, we're excited about big bets. We see things such as like a decentralized Uber. Other bigger bets that we think are going to come live on or be enabled by blockchain. So we're excited about that too.
Awesome. All right. Now we have some questions from the community. So let's start with the first one. Question is, can you please clarify what the 75% lockup mechanism is for the community?
Yeah, we can. I mean, I think I'll just touch on it a high level because we went pretty detailed with a post this week. But basically, what's awesome about Core is, and again, we allude to this in the tokenomics post, we actually had no early allocation at all or any pre-sales to investors, right? So this is a completely self-funded chain, and that's shown in the tokenomics. And actually 25% of the total supply is being dropped to that community. So with what they're mentioning with the lock is, when mainnet comes and there's an airdrop, we don't want to airdrop that much of the supply come day one, right? This is a long-term view. With Core, we're building for decades to come. So what that means is basically, similar to other drops, is the tokens are vested over time. So 25% will come, and then 75% of which will be dropped incrementally. We mentioned in the post that we'll share more details on that really soon, like how exactly the intermittent drops will happen. But you can expect that very soon for more detail. But that's generally how the mechanic works. It's meant to align everyone long term. Obviously, we have goals to release certain supply over time because, again, this blockchain is going to be around for decades, and it's just the early days. So yeah, that's the basic mechanic.
Got it. All right. Next question is, which coin in the tokenomics will be available in the market first?
Good question. I don't want to give special privilege. There's actually a couple dozen projects launching, so you can take a look on our website for those. We'll also be promoting them more on Twitter come mainnet. But yeah, we've got I'd say dozens of projects that will be part of the community come day one. I just don't want to pump a certain coin or point to one specific coin.
Okay, makes sense. All right, next question is, after the Bitcoin giveaway that was done on the Satoshi app worth millions, this person is eager to know which will be the price of Core at the launch price, considering the 75% lockup and the safeguard of the pump and dump mechanism.
We love this question. Obviously, I can't comment on price, and I just don't know. Again, I want to reiterate, we have not priced any coins. There have been no early sales of Core tokens, etc. So there has never been a price on the token, and we just don't know. We'll see when it launches.
Got it. All right, next question is, which coin in the tokenomics will be available in the market first?
Good question. I don't want to give special privilege. There's actually a couple dozen projects launching, so you can take a look on our website for those. We'll also be promoting them more on Twitter come mainnet. But yeah, we've got I'd say dozens of projects that will be part of the community come day one. I just don't want to pump a certain coin or point to one specific coin.
Okay, makes sense. All right, next question is, after the Bitcoin giveaway that was done on the Satoshi app worth millions, this person is eager to know which will be the price of Core at the launch price, considering the 75% lockup and the safeguard of the pump and dump mechanism.
We love this question. Obviously, I can't comment on price, and I just don't know. Again, I want to reiterate, we have not priced any coins. There have been no early sales of Core tokens, etc. So there has never been a price on the token, and we just don't know. We'll see when it launches.
Okay, another question around the 75%. So the question is, the 75% of Core that will be locked, can they delegate the 75%?
We'll be clarifying that in the upcoming post. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll clarify that in the post that'll come very soon.
All right, so I guess the other two questions seem to be following this similar around the 75% lockup, and one of them is, Will the 75% lockup be staked automatically? So I'm assuming that also will be answered.
Yeah, similar question to the last. We'll answer that really soon. Obviously, this is really relevant because we came out with like 2 major posts this week around first the tokenomics, so you can check that out on our Medium page, and then the second was around the airdrop mechanics. So that dropped like 2 days ago. So obviously very prominent in people's minds.
Okay. Just one last question. It's on the price. I don't know if you can or want to answer, but the question is, will the price range be the same that was stated on the white paper?
I don't think we alluded to price on the paper. So yeah, no comments on price. That would be a world of trouble. But yeah, we don't know. We don't have a price on the coin yet. But as we launch very soon, the market will dictate that.
Great. And then for everybody listening, where can they follow for more updates on Core?
Yeah, so we have we're getting close to 1.5 million Twitter followers. So you can follow us at CoreDAO_org. So that is a great place. Obviously, our Discord. So we have a specific link on our website. So that's CoreDAO.org. We have a direct link to Discord. It's also in the Twitter bio. We've got over 205,000 members there as well, so that's more like your day-to-day. There's mods, sharing information. You can really get involved as well. As we get more projects going, you can actually contribute and get involved. So yeah, those are the best avenues for now. Twitter and Discord.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you again for joining us, and thank you for being a great partner for us to work with. We really love the project and really enjoy working with you and the team.
Likewise, thank you guys very much for the hard work, and you guys did an incredible job. I know it was a lot of work, and again, thanks for the patience getting started here. Just a tech noob here on the phone, but we're really excited. So I just also want to just say thanks to the community. I think quite a few people joined here, so we really value you guys and appreciate the patience. And be assured that we'll have updates on mainnet very, very soon. And we again appreciate the patience. So it's an exciting time. 2023 is going to be a big year for Core.
Awesome, looking forward to it. And thank you also to the community for attending. I appreciate it. All right, thanks everybody, and tune in next week. Tune in next week for another edition of halborn Office Hours, and follow both halborn and Core to all their socials.
Perfect.
Thanks again, Brendon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it.
Yep, take care.
Bye.
예, 여기까지가 영상이었고요. 놓칠 수 있는 핵심 내용을 잠깐 짚어보면, 첫째, 메인넷 출시와 함께 10여 개의 에어드롭 서비스가 한 번에 출시된다. 때문에 메인넷 도메인은 생겼지만 확정 공지는 조금 더 있어야 될 수도 있겠다라는 생각을 했고요. 두 번째로는 이제 수십 년을 가야 할 프로젝트이기 때문에 총 공급량의 25%나 되는 무료 채굴 분량을 한 번에 지급할 수 없었다라는 얘기와, 셋째, 이제 백서에도 써있지만 비트코인 채굴 해시 기여가 우리가 위임하는 스테이킹 이자보다 더 많은 보상을 받는다. 예, 요 정도인 것 같아요. 나머지는 모두 아시는 내용 같아요. 긴 영상 시청해주셔서 정말 감사드리고, 저는 이제 코어가 정말 이제 시작인 것 같아서 아주 흥분되고 재밌어질 것 같습니다. 오늘도 찾아주셔서 감사 인사드립니다. 고맙습니다.